Hello, folks. Red Labor here. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you're also having a wonderful Veterans Day. Well, let's see. What are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about oil prices. Yeah, that's something I'm sure every one of you can relate to if you're an American citizen having to feel the pain at the gas pump. Well, today after Mass, and today's Sunday, I went to fill up my gas tank. And yeah, to my chagrin, gas prices is $3.41 a gallon. Nobody feels good about that, which will bring me to the main point in a second. But I asked the lady at the gas station. I gave her a $20 bill, and I was like, I'd like to get $20 in free gas. She chuckled, and I said, I guess I'll have to pay for the gas. I mean, it's what I do at gas stations. I'm kind of had this kind of low key sarcasm when it comes to my humor, and that's how I kind of deal with bullshit like gas prices. There's really nothing we could do about it. There are things we can do about it, but it's just not being done. But it ties into the political. But then after I fill up my gas tank and had a little change left over, I talked to her and said, let's make a deal. I don't know how old you are, but back in the 1990s, I remember spending $1 or slightly below $1 a gallon for gas. If you go and tweak the gas prices, I promise I'll buy a candy bar or some soda pop or something like that. And she knows I'm joking. I mean, not really, but I guess I am. And then I do what I do when I go to the gas stations and talk to the gas station attendants, and I'm like, listen, these high gas prices are bad on us consumers. I know you don't have a say in this, but they're bad on us consumers. It eats up into our budget. We can't. Some of us find it problematic to buy the necessary amount of groceries and cleaning supplies, paying off our electricity, our water, the basic necessities of life, car repairs that may take place. In other words, day-to-day living, medical bills, so forth, so on. And the thing about it is, she was mildly humored by it, and some of y'all could say she was laughing with me, or laughing at me. Take your pick. But all kidding aside, after I left the gas station, I thought about some of the things that are said about high gas prices, and I hear it from the right all the time on talk radio, on Fox News, or whatever right-wing forum. I'll hear this typical accusations. Liberals, they love high gas prices. They just want to raise our gas prices to about $10 a gallon, and they're not going to be satisfied until they drive up gas prices. You a pre-environmentalist. Well, I got something to say about that. As a so-called liberal, and I use that term loosely, I'm a man of the left. I'm not necessarily a liberal, but for the sake of argument, I will attach myself to that community. It says I'm really one of the people that are targeting with their accusations. I get no pleasure out of gas prices being high. So all you right-wingers out there that think everybody on the left love high gas prices, I mean, y'all are crazy. I mean, I don't like high gas prices. I don't know where the hell y'all got that from. And then I'll hear the argument. We can lower the gas prices and we just expand the gas tax. Folks, it's not the gas tax that's the problem. We need a gas tax. I'm not going to say it should be higher or lower. I'm just saying the gas tax is necessary to keep roads and bridges and other flows of travel, keep them highways, what have you, to keep them under repair. And that's okay. That's not my problem. It's not the gas tax. My problem is the oil companies. The oil companies gouging us consumers. And I'll hear another argument by those on the right. This happened during the Bush years, and it was a crazy accusation, and what they accused liberals of, and maybe there might be a degree of truth to what they accuse liberals and people on the left about, that I'm actually kind of sympathetic to the conservative viewpoint on. And I will hear things like, and during the Bush years, keep in mind, George W. Bush was president, and there was a Republican House and Senate. And I'll hear these right-wingers squawk away. We need to go and drill for oil off the coast. But those liberals won't let us do it. Well, you guys are in charge. Yeah, but Clinton see to it that we had a moratorium on domestic drilling. And so we can't do it. Because damn liberals. Well, you guys are in charge, and you have a point about domestic drilling, and especially off-coast drilling. I don't think it will compromise with the environment, with the technology we have. So why don't you guys, as you're in charge, why don't you guys get rid of that law, since you got the votes. Oh, no, we can't do that, because if we do that, we'll have a campaign issue, and we can't bash liberals around anymore. That's really what it comes down to. It is finding a wedge issue just to bitch at liberals and progressives about. You don't want to do what's right, because if you wanted to do what's right, when you had the power, you would have go and okay domestic drilling. As I said, I'm a man of the left. I don't have a problem, since I think you can do domestic drilling without compromising the environment. I think the technology is there. And then I'll hear someone will say, we need more nuclear power, and it'd be like, okay, when you guys are in charge, why don't you go and push for nuclear power? Oh, no, we can't do that. It might actually solve the problem, and we can't bash liberals anymore. I mean, that's really what it translates to. And anything else, when you talk, when liberals talk about green energy and they do an inept job about it, and that's my problem with liberals, when they promise pie in the sky and do it ineptly, then I have to hear it from you conservatives. Hey, you see what happens when we try to do this green energy? It doesn't do anything. We got to rely on the private sector. The private sector is the answer to things. Well, there was a whole lot of private sectoring involved, and really not a whole lot of, I'm going to use a controversial phrase, not a whole lot of democratic central planning of the energy sector that is needed to get ourselves out of this mess. I want oil prices to drop. I do not want the United States to keep relying on Middle Eastern oil. I want it domestic. I don't have a problem with a pipeline from Alaska. I especially don't have a problem with a pipeline from Alaska coming down to the United States, because if it will drop the price of gas, great. It will also increase unionized jobs. And I know you right-wingers don't want that. That's right. We only talk about that pipeline and rhetoric, but we put on that pipeline, it might drop down the price of oil, and it might provide union jobs. And we can't accuse liberals anymore of trying to get the gas prices high, and we sure as hell don't want middle class union people around. We want to keep people down, smash the unions. And so that's what it comes down to, folks. It's just, instead of doing what's right, even when the right-wingers are correct on an issue, it's only on rhetoric, and they're not committed to it. So don't buy the hype, folks. Don't buy the hype when Rush Limbaugh says, well, you have to understand, liberals love high gas prices. It's just in their nature. They want to handicap the American people. And I know I'm going to be getting flack for a whole lot of this, but I call it like I see it. No, Rush, you call it like you see it through partisan lens to get your base, very ignorant base, all riled up. But no, you don't want to do what's right. And most of the people on the activist hard right don't want to do what is right. So, that's where I stand, folks, when it comes to this energy thing. My solution, I want gas prices to come down. You're not going to get it down by just suspending the gas tax. Keep the gas tax. I'm not saying raise the gas tax. Keep the gas tax. But I would say maybe nationalize the oil company. Oh my, that's what they do down in Venezuela. Well, let's see. I'm no fan of Hugo Chavez, but there's a saying, even a stop clock gets the right time twice a day. Nationalize the oil companies. That would be one answer. And you keep the revenue here in America. You keep the revenue here in America. You preserve American jobs. And the money that can be used for supplies of gas that is cheap will go right back into the economy. It takes a little bit of government planning, correct government planning, to get the oil prices down to an acceptable level, and we can do that and preserve the environment at the same time. And to be fair, I'm not just beating up on you right-wingers. I'm going to hear some slack probably from some of the liberal, politically correct crowd and some of the environmentalists. Oh my goodness! How can he betray our cause? He's talking about domestic drilling and what it's going to do to our sea life. Oh, what kind of a leftist he thinks he is? I'm a kind of leftist that love unions and see the prospects of unions getting stronger with domestic drilling. I'm the kind of person that wants to see the restoration of the middle class and a good, solid energy policy will bring us closer to that goal. So, to all you right-wing Tea Partiers and all you liberals that love the environmental movement to the point where y'all make reasonable environmentalists lumped in the same company, y'all both take a jump in the lake. I want to do what is right for the American people, what's right for the consumers, what's right for the unions, and what's right to restore our middle class. Folks, thank you, and please comment away.